Sad to think that time will inevitably take our beloved pets from us. But do we have to let them go? Here's Tracy Smith.
What happens when it hurts too much to say goodbye?
Marley, come here, buddy. It's the wrong way.
David and Alicia Tschirhart adored their yellow lab Marley, but they never knew just how much until that day back in 2014 when they were hiking with him in these hills near their San Diego home.
It was a little steeper than we had anticipated, and so Alicia went off the path to grab a walking stick to help do the path. And Marley all of a sudden just like darted from me, and he started clawing the ground where Alicia was reaching for a walking stick. And I didn't know what was happening, and Alicia kind of fell back. But then when I looked more closely, I saw it was a rattlesnake.
Rattlers like this guy are common on these trails. But for the Tschirharts, a snake bite out here could have been a real disaster.
This trail is incredibly steep. It's miles from any hospital. The Tschirharts didn't have their phones on them, and Alicia was 4 months pregnant.
Thankfully, 12-year-old Marley scared the snake away. And a few months later, the Tschirharts' first daughter, Maddie, was born.
Marley had saved my family, and we got emotional at that time and just realized how lucky we were that he had done that in that moment.
But by then, Marley'd been diagnosed with cancer, and by Thanksgiving weekend 2014, it was clear the end was near.
I just remember the last thing you said to him was, you just kept saying thank you for being the best dog. And I was just crying.
Yeah.
And holding his hand.
Right. Everything he did, was just out of love.
And their love for Marley was so strong they couldn't really let go. So the Tschirharts turned to ViaGen Pets of Austin, Texas, a company that has cloned hundreds of pets for a multitude of grateful owners, including one Barbra Streisand.
You helped Barbra Streisand clone her dogs?
We did, yes. Her dog had passed away, and I think that she had known about what we do, and we were able to get samples very quickly, and there were actually more than one puppy born.
Spokesperson Melaine Rodriguez says it works like this. Your vet takes a tissue sample from your pet and sends it off to ViaGen. And for as much as $50,000, you heard right, the company will culture the cells, create embryos, implant them in a surrogate, and deliver a clone of your loved one. But animal rights groups say forcing dogs and cats to be surrogates for clones is simply inhumane.
And you know that the Humane Society says that pet cloning should be outlawed.
I understand that. They're certainly entitled to their opinion. We have a lot of clients that would be very upset if that were the case. So we get positive feedback continually, wonderful notes of appreciation that our clients are so happy that this is something that we provide.
And happy is the operative word here. This is Marley's clone, Ziggy, a yellow ball of exuberance. But to David and Alicia Tschirhart, he's nothing less than Marley reborn.
They rang the doorbell with the dog, and I just stood there with my mouth open for like 5 minutes because I just couldn't believe how exact he looked.
Hey, there you go.
He's almost like an exact replica?
He is exactly the twin of Marley. So he's in, I guess, the same environment. So really, he's become the same dog.
Marley!
And while pet cloning is still controversial, it can mean, for some at least,
Give it 5.
that with the right amount of love, science, and money, you never really need to say goodbye.